Shalom, welcome. I'd like to pose a question to you. Do you really want to know the truth, what's going on in the world around us, the world today? Do you really want to know the truth? Will you be able to receive the truth if you hear it? That's the question I propose today. Do you really want to know the truth, or are you going to ignore the truth? Now, in the UFO circles and the world out there, and like the X-Files and stuff, they always have saying, the truth is out there. Woo, the truth is out there. Woo, the truth is out there. But the more I thought about this statement, the truth is out there, the more ridiculous this statement gets. Because the truth is not out there. No. The truth is not out there. The truth is here. But the problem is, we as a society don't want to accept the truth. People in the world today don't want the truth. Example, how many people believe there's more than two sexes? Well, science says there's only two sexes. So people want to believe a lie. It's like in COVID. It said that, that you wear a mask, these cloth masks protect you. But the science shows us the cloth mask can't protect you. They have to wear an N95 mask to protect it. Even hospitals knew that. But today you see people wearing these still crazy masks everywhere still, thinking they're protected because they believe the hype. They believe what they're told. They don't stop and think and rational and research and understand the reality of the situation. It's same thing in the world today, everywhere around the world. We don't stop and use reason and logic to figure things out. We believe what we're told. How much information is on the news, either ABC, CBS, or any of the news organizations? How much of their news broadcast is actually true? Even in local stations, a lot of times the information is subject to interpretation as not really true. The more we see about COVID and stuff, we see that it's not true. A lot of things that we perceive to be true are not true. But the Bible tells us the truth about what the UFOs and stuff is about. This week, Congress is going to be talking about that. This week in Congress, they're going to be talking about reverse engineering alien craft. And the government's involved in this stuff, involved in alien stuff, alien technology. But what is really going on here? What is the real truth that's going on? Well, in Ephesians chapter 6, like I said a couple weeks ago, it talks about what's really going on. And it says here that the wickedness in heavenly places. The word there means celestial, means space. That means there's powers of wickedness in space. So we got to stop and go, wait a minute, there's something going on here. So we have to understand that we live in a spiritual world, and our spiritual powers out there we have to do battle with. Because Ephesians says the battle on earth is not against flesh and blood, but spiritual powers. And we as a church and as a people, we tend to ignore that. Because it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable knowing that we are contending with things, our spiritual powers. And we talk about UFOs and aliens, exactly what you're talking about. Example, if you look at the Bible code. The Bible code, I've been studying Bible code for 23 years and found a lot of interesting things in the Bible code. One of the things that I found interesting recently is the Bible code in Leviticus 8. They use the skips of 1 to 91 to get this. But it talks about reverse engineering and craft. It's very interesting what it says, concerning what Congress is going to be talking about this week. And it says, aliens are fallen angelic beings. The purpose of reversed science of engine crash vehicle is in Area 51 or 51 is the destruction of mankind. Beware of gifts and deception. Now, this Bible code is very interesting for a couple things. First, it says aliens are fallen angelic powers. The Bible says this over and over again if you read the Bible. So people say, well, we have to answer the proof we're not alone in the universe. Well, people have known for centuries and centuries, man has never been alone in the universe. So saying that we are alone in the universe, the question has been answered thousands of years ago, but people are not willing to accept the truth. So also in this Bible code says interesting, says about the purpose of reversing engineering, but it doesn't say reverse engineering. It says reverse of the engines of the craft, and it's exactly what they're doing. This is exactly what the government's doing. They're using technology gained from the reverse engineering of the engines and the technology and the crafts. So also is interesting, very interesting. It says the say, beware of gifts and deception. Well, a number of years ago, there was a crop circle with alien and had binary coding in computer language, and it decoded says beware of gifts. It's the same thing. Because we have to understand that these so-called alien spacecraft that are crashing are not crashing on their own volition. Sometimes they are. But what if you would go into aircraft? Say you were going to take an airplane to Tampa, Florida. Would you get on that airplane, Tampa, Florida, if you know that there is an 80% chance that flight is going to crash? See, UFOs are crashing all over time. There's crashes here, crashes there. They're supposed to be advanced technology craft. They use advanced technology craft. Either the aliens are bad pilots. They're bad pilots. You can't pilot craft. Or they're being shot down by the government, or they're deliberately crashing the craft so that we can get the technology. It's like the story of Trojan Horse. Remember the story Trojan Horse? The Trojan Horse didn't work out very well for the city of Troy, did it? They were conquered because the army was hidden in the horse. The same thing with reverse engineering this craft. The Congress will be talking about this week. If you pay attention to the news, we'll be talking about this in Senate hearings and stuff. So this reverse engineering of these so-called alien craft is very problematic because we're not dealing with reverse engineering of alien craft, but spiritual craft. See, demons and spiritual powers can imitate anybody they want. You can walk down the street, talk to angel or even a demon, and you won't even know it. So it's easy for these beings to come out and imitate aliens and alien beings, tell a man what we want to hear. Just like the serpent was telling Eve in the Garden of Eden what she wanted to hear. So you want power and know good and evil. The same thing. The serpents and out there now, the aliens, so-called aliens, are trying to offer mankind the same fruit the serpent are trying to give Adam and Eve. History is always repeating itself. So the question is, are we willing to understand that we're living in a spiritual battle, and we need to spend time in prayer and fasting and seeking God because we're in a big spiritual battle. Not only a spiritual battle against forces of wickedness, but against our own government. See, we have the most demonic government in power right now at any time in United States history. But people won't do anything about it because they are getting money and power from it. The news media is covering up for this. The CIA is covering up. The FBI is covering up. Everybody's covering the truth up because they're getting money and power from it. So we have to wake up and seek God and understand that we're in a spiritual battle like never before. So earlier I asked you, do you want to know the truth? Will you accept the truth? Are you willing to accept the truth of the spiritual battle of making Ephesians? Because the spiritual battle is here. The politicians in Washington talking about this stuff this week think they will know the truth. They want to know the truth. There's people high in the government but trying to warn the government these powers are demonic, and they are pushing them off and saying, we don't want to hear that. See that if you're playing a demonic game, the outcome is not good. See, you can't if you go up in the woods and you see a sleeping bear and you start poking your finger in a bear and waking the bear up. How's that going to turn out for you? Not very well. Same thing we're doing. We're poking demonic power with our fingers, and this is dangerous because you're playing a game we can't win. Exactly, it's like this playing card. You look at this playing card, you can see what it is exactly, really clear. But if you turn it over to the side and look from different, you can't see what it is. See that we look at the world this way. We don't see it this way because we don't have the faith to see it this way. We don't have the faith to read the Bible and study what God is telling us. We see the world this way. So we don't see that's really going on because we refuse to see the reality of the world. See, we live in a spiritual world, as in spiritual war. We're in a big spiritual war like never before. But we're living our lives like we're not in a spiritual war. So the outcome of this is not going to be good. Especially we have such a powerful demonic presence in our country now because of the Biden administration and the Democrat Party and all the congressmen and all the media people, all these people and connected to sex trafficking, drugs, demonic power. It just goes on and on. It's just unbelievable amount of evil is going on in the world today. And we have to take a stand against this evil as people of common sense and also people of the church. We are called to be warriors of Christ. We're not called to be mamby-pamby, weak people. Jesus said, do not be lukewarm, for I'll spew you out of my mouth. This is not a time to be a lukewarm Christian or lukewarm anything. It's time to get out and pick up your sword and run to the battle. So what are you going to do now? Are you going to embrace the truth? Are you going to hide from the truth like everybody else? Are you going to be able to receive the truth when you're in spiritual battle? Because this Bible code existing is like 2,000 million to 1. It's almost impossible. So the Bible code also says that the governments of the world are seeking this technology for power. What they think they're going to do is AI technology and all this high advanced technology. Every civilization that has existed with high technology, where is it at now? It doesn't exist. So we are going to be extinct like the other civilizations if we don't wake up and fight in the spiritual fight. We have to fight a spiritual fight. If we don't, our future is death and destruction. That's all we have. That's all politics offer you. That's all science can offer you. That's all the world can offer you is death and destruction. But Jesus offers you life and life more abundantly. So who are you going to believe? You believe God or the demonic world that's trying to destroy you? This week I want to think about where your life is going and where you stand as a person or as a Christian or as any kind of person. Are you willing to take a stand for God? Or are you going to be weak and be like the rest of the world and follow? Have a great week. God bless. Shalom.